Hello world. It's been a while. Last time I recorded was I haven't recorded since April 2025. I'm pretty sure that was my last video. Whether right, wrong, I'm here. I went through a lot in those coming months, but here we are in 2026. It's something I want to talk about. On my mind, I was thinking about why giving up hurts so much. I was reading a book. Well, I'm gonna show you. So while I was in class, I was reading this book. In this book, there was this part that I read that kind of really resonated with me because I feel my discipline is all over the place. And I realized what I made this channel for. I wanted it to be a self improvement. Before I even continue on that, let me read this to you. Many of us are colorblind to the joys and complexities of our lives. And it is because we are missing a part of the foundation. We want to be authors, but have no desire to develop the discipline it takes to sit down and write for 4 hours a day for years on end. We want to be legends and geniuses and masters, but care little to develop the discipline it will require to log our 10,000 hours, so to say. Happiness is not only how we can astound our senses, but also the peace of mind that comes from knowing we are becoming who we want and need to be. That's what we receive from pursuing the happiness of excellence. Not accomplishment, but identity, a sense of self that we carry into everything else in our lives. If left unchecked, the knowing doing gap will leave you a shell of the person you intended to be. It will wreck your most intimate, passionate relationships, keep you from the kind of daily productivity required to achieve any goal worth working toward. It will keep you in a manic state of indecision. Do I or don't I? Which feeling do I let guide me? You have to take control for yourself. You can do so by considering the big picture, the alternative, the way your life will be if you don't do this thing. How will you quantifiably measure this year? What will you have done? How many hours will you have wasted? If you had to live today or in any average day on repeat for the rest of your life, where would you end up? What would you accomplish? How happy would you be? What relationships would you have fostered? Will you be looking back knowing you likely damn well missed out on what could have been the love of your life because you wasn't ready? What about the hours you could have been playing music or writing or painting or whatevering? Where will those have gone? You will never be ready for those things that matter. And waiting to feel ready before you start acting is how the knowing doing gap widens. It's uncomfortable to work, to stretch the capacity of your tolerance, to be vulnerable with someone you care deeply about, but it is never more comfortable than doing your whole life without the things you really want. I read that and it hit me like a truck. It was always something I was already struggling with in my day to day. I procrastinate a lot. I am a bad procrastinator. And the problem is, I always want everything to be at the most perfect, but that's the beauty of certain things that you do. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, me making these videos, I get too caught up in getting in front of this camera and worrying about what to say, how perfect I need to say it. I, all that time worrying about that, I end up doing nothing. Nothing at all. And that's all on me. So I'm done trying to make things as perfect as it can be. I want to put in the work. I want to keep improving. I want to keep bettering myself. And of course, at the end of the day, I want to be able to say I strived for what I wanted and I kept trying to better myself. I want to be more gratuitous to the things around me. I want to keep doing things and not worrying about it being the most perfect, just putting the hours in. And anybody watching this video, if you have a dream, go for it. Take the steps. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. You can build up to that perfection. That's why we look at a lot of our favorite figures, whether in music, whether in movies, whether in art, actual like, oh, it's all art. So I'm not even gonna say that, but your favorite book, your favorite institution being created, whatever the case, it started from something. It doesn't have to be all the way to Z. And that's the biggest struggle I have. I jump from A to Z. It doesn't need to be the case. Enjoy the journey. And that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to enjoy the journey of growth. These videos don't have to be perfection. I plan on improving them in any way I can. But for now, giving up right now and stopping what I'm doing is the worst thing ever. And I needed some time away to get my head clear on that and really just figure out more about myself. In the months I've been away, I've realized I've learned so much being present in the moment. I've had my massive hiccups and bad struggles, dealing with loss and everything in that year. I want to move towards better. I want to put hours and hours in and keep getting better at this. I want to put this out there for somebody who can watch it and feel inspired or even some type of relation or connection that we are all the same. We have these feelings and it's hard to put them into places and figure out how to cope with them and stuff. And I just want to be my most raw, honest self on camera and just talk. I talk to myself a lot. I actually might be insane. Better I do it in front of the camera. I figure that's a more productive way to do this. So I might look crazy with my eyes rolling. I'd be like, I'm just glad to be back. And I'm coming at this with a new purpose, a new sense of growth and improvement, what I really want this to be. I'm learning to take things slow and enjoy every moment and not rush. And I need to really emphasize the rushing. All I want is to enjoy these moments, speak the most raw, honest truth, and maybe someone out there, it can help somebody, who knows? But I want to keep getting better. I want to keep being able to connect with people. I want to be better at understanding my emotions and putting more action in. I spent a lot of last year and previous years too procrastinating on things, and I would do things, but I feel like I wasn't doing things to the fullest that I could have been doing. More just breezing in my day to, I'll get whatever needs to be done, but then leaving it at that. But what about more? And this is what I'm going to do right here. I feel it's the most rawest, and I've been scared about it for a long time. I think I was hiding away. I personally, just me, I never like putting my face out there. I am very awkward. I'm not the most social person, even though some people will say different in my life, but I feel it's a good start and this will be the safe haven for that. For me to express my mind. And it was a gut feeling I always felt. I was scared, I was shy, I shied away from it, and I'm proud to accept that. I did feel fear. I was scared. But that's okay. As all things that we want to chase and do, that fear is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You might be doing something that's a really big step that could really bring some type of change into your life. For better or for worse. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you can say, you and me, that we did it. And we don't have to look back on the worst feeling ever, regret, which is something I look back on a lot of moments in my life with. Regret. I I look at moments where I could have did this and I could have did that. I don't want to be hung up on those things anymore. No more regret. No more feeling like I don't love myself. I want to keep doing things that will make me love myself more and build my identity. An identity I feel I've let be dictated by worrying about others instead of myself at times. It was a really bad balance I struggled with, and I want to continue to work on that and grow. I will continue to evolve, and it's going to be documented. So it's going to be really fun to see, to look back at this in years and say, this was you. How have you progressed? How have you took steps and action to push yourself forward? I'm very horrible at details, so I want to start breaking it down. But my biggest flaw is procrastination and getting too caught up in thought. That needs to go. That needs to go. I'm gonna look back some years from now. I'd say 5 years. And if I haven't progressed, I could hold me accountable for that. But you know, one beautiful thing that I'm going to see in those 5 years, I didn't shy away from this. I didn't shy away from the things I wanted to do. I didn't let that feeling in my gut stop me from pursuing what I felt I needed to do, wanted to do. And that's something I could live with really, really happily. Even die happily knowing that I did that. Did this. I feel I could talk for hours, but I think I've taken up enough of your time. I will be back on this channel. So I'm going to set a goal for myself, and it's going to be on camera. I'm going to aim to put out 100 videos this year. I might go over. If I hit 100 and there's still more in the year left, I'm going to aim it up higher. You know what? I won't even set the bar low. 200 videos this year. I'm putting that on myself because I'm going to follow through with everything. Anybody who's watching this, I want you to look at this and do what you want to do. Do it day by day. Something matters. A little bit of something. Make it a goal. If you want to write, try to aim to write 2 times a week. Set a goal throughout the whole year. I want to write 100 times. That's something I want to do. I want to write in a journal that my lover got me. I want to fill that whole book out. I want to write at least 100 times, work on that skill. If you're someone who wants to act, rehearse time and time. If you're someone who wants to go into science, engineering, being a doctor, being a lawyer, practice, put the skills in. You want to do social media. Whatever it is you want to do on social media, work on the skill. This can all be worked on. It just has to be followed through. And I think one of the biggest things that come from me, I will speak for me, you can relate to it. I crave failure in my own head. I put so much in needing to have it this certain way because I'm worried about it being perceived this way or that way. I end up not doing anything at all. And then now I sit there realizing I haven't did a single thing. Even a few moments, minutes, hours just dedicated to this one task. All that time wasted, procrastinating, worrying about failure. And because of that, I created the failure. Worrying about having a perfect product. Perfect is really subjective if we want to sit here and think about it. What you might find perfect, someone else won't. Do what you want to do. Don't ever give up. Keep going. See where the journey takes you. Never know. In my head, experiences grow you in different ways and can really spread into all aspects of your life. You could be writing music and that will make your music 10 times better because you have more experience in life to talk about. Go out there. Go do things. I know it's tough. And I know it's hard. And it's very cliche to just say, go do it. Just know you're not alone. I'm going to be out there doing it with you. We might cross paths. Anybody who watches this video, we cross paths and we're both trying something, doing something, being out, whatever the case. Someone who I used to know told me, stack your pennies. It will build up day by day. Let the momentum just keep going. Soon you'll have $1. And that dollar turns to $2. And that $2 turns to $5. You get the point. Don't ever give up. That's my final message to you of this video. Peace and love. See you next time.